Buenas noches. En nombre del Comité de la Sociedad Hispánica de Victoria, doy una cordial bienvenida a nuestros invitados especiales, Mike Simon, miembro federal de Deacon, Telmo Langelier, miembro MP for Derryman, al vicerrector de la Universidad Charles Darwin, profesor Glover, y Laura Duncan, de la Comisión Multicultural de Victoria. También una afectuosa bienvenida a todos los miembros y amigos aquí presentes. En esta noche tan especial nos hemos reunido para celebrar los extraordinarios logros de nuestra sociedad, que por 6 décadas se ha dedicado a promover la cultura hispánica. Es también el momento indicado para expresar nuestro reconocimiento a aquellos pioneros australianos, españoles y latinoamericanos quienes tuvieron en 1952 la visión de crear una sociedad cultural como la que ahora tenemos. Pero con el pasar del tiempo y después de 60 años, nuestra sociedad está más joven que nunca. Porque la sociedad hispánica de Victoria en estos momentos se mueve con una dinámica que no debe ser desaprovechada. Ahora tenemos una sociedad más abierta. Buscamos contacto continuo con organizaciones afines. Los boletines mensuales se publican en inglés y español, con cobertura aún en nuestros países de origen. Aprovechamos la tecnología al máximo. Organizamos tertulias mensuales de excelente calidad, con asistencias cada día más grandes. Esperamos continuar nuestras actividades en un local más amplio a partir del próximo año. ¿Por qué hemos crecido tanto en estos últimos años? Fundamentalmente porque nuestra cultura hispánica siempre ha sido muy bien recibida por la sociedad australiana. Se evidenció cuando la Sociedad Hispánica de Victoria fue invitada a participar en el diálogo Melbourne-América Latina con la asistencia de personalidades de Australia y embajadores latinoamericanos. El objetivo, buscar oportunidades multilaterales en diversos sectores: el minero, cultural, educativo, investigativo, etc. Veo aquí una oportunidad enorme para nuestra sociedad en futuros diálogos. La próxima reunión será en Brasil en 2013 y pensamos estar allá. Mi visión para el futuro: podemos crecer todavía mucho más. Por ejemplo, diversificar nuestras actividades culturales, participar en programas de ayuda en países de habla hispana, pensar en una sede propia. No puede ser considerada como una utopía si todos nosotros estamos realmente comprometidos con nuestra sociedad. Para lograr estos y otros objetivos, también necesitamos atraer y formar nuevas generaciones. Estas nuevas generaciones serán las que nos guiarán durante otros 60 años. In the name of the Committee of the Hispanic Society of Victoria, I welcome our special guest, Mike Simon, Federal Member for Deacon, Telmo Langelier, MP Member for Derryman, to the Vice-Chancellor of Charles Darwin University.
A State Member of Parliament here, and it gives me someone to talk to tonight as well. Louis Alban, the President of the HSV, thank you very much for inviting me along tonight. And someone that I didn't know was coming is Professor Barney Glover, the Vice-Chancellor of Charles Darwin University. And I think that's a place I've been to in my work before, but we didn't cross paths. May I also acknowledge other invited guests, honoured guests, committee members, society members, and of course everyone else that's come along tonight to celebrate. That's a great thing. Thank you for the welcome. It's certainly a great pleasure to come out and be part of an event such as this. I should also acknowledge the first Australians on whose land we meet and whose cultures we celebrate as the oldest continuing cultures in human history. As I said, it's a great honour for me to attend your gala event tonight to celebrate 60 years of operation. And when you think about it, for a community group of any sort to operate for 60 years, covers so many generations and so many different people, you can only begin to wonder how many people that really is. As we all know, Australia has become a multicultural society where different cultures coexist and are not only tolerated but are celebrated. And what we see here tonight is a great celebration of multiculturalism in Australia, in the suburbs, and even better, in part of my old electorate. There's been a bit of a boundary change and I'm going to lose this area at the next election, but it's still mine for the moment. Over many years, when it's come to Australia and the waves of immigration that have built the country, it's usually been associated with a particular country. So it might have been the Poms from the UK, or it might have been the Greeks or the Italians. But it's a bit different when it comes to the Hispanic society, because you cover so many different countries, but you have a common culture and a common language in there. I understand there's 22 different countries, and I cannot think of any other language that's come from overseas to Australia from so many different countries and then combined once here. I think that's a great example for many other groups as well. As I said, it's not easy to define because you cover so many different countries. And I thought, well, I'll have a look. How many Spanish-speaking people are in my electorate of Deakin, which is out here in the eastern suburbs? And it got quite hard to find. I found a few hundred Spanish, and I found some more Filipinos, and all the rest were in others. So out of 126,000 people that live in the electorate of Deakin, I managed to find about 1,200 in the census that had parents of Spanish-speaking origin. Now, that really doesn't show justice to it, because that cut out all the Latin American countries, it cut out all the South American countries, and it cut out anywhere really except for Spain and for the Philippines. So I know the numbers are much higher, and that's a good thing, because I think where it leads to, as Australia is still struggling to become part of the rest of the world, because we've always been so far away for so long and so isolated. But there's two things that have changed and means it's more important than ever for us to become a bigger part of the world. The first one is the cost of air travel. Lots of people travel back and forth to the other side of the world very regularly now.
Primero, buenas noches, señores y señores. Thank you very much for inviting me to share this wonderful event with you. Can I first of all acknowledge Luis Alban, the president of the society, and all of the members of the Hispanic Society that celebrate today, and we celebrate with you, 60 years of extraordinary work. And can I also acknowledge the pioneers of the society and those that have been associated with it for many decades. My parliamentary colleague, the federal colleague Mike Simon, and his wife, the member for Deakin, who is a member of the many Spanish and Latin American friendship groups, so many of them it's hard to remember. We recognize and acknowledge the support you provide us in the federal arena, and thank you, Mike. To Laura Duncan, the Victoria Multicultural Commission. It's always good to be with the Victoria Multicultural Commission. And we've heard that we have guests from Germany, from Russia, and also we have very good guests from Darwin. If I may, Professor Glover, it's a delight, great pleasure to have be able to share the table with you. For those that don't know me, and for those who are not Latin Americans, I was born in Uruguay, and you would know where Uruguay is, a tiny little country next to Argentina and Brazil. We are the ones that came fourth in the last World Cup, and we are the ones that lost to Argentina this morning, 3-0, to my great... So, with humility, we won't go there because today is about friendship. But can I say first of all, on a very serious note, we commend the work you do, and we support the work you do. And can I say at a personal level, I extend my friendship, and I thank you for inviting me. And I thank the committee and the president for growing the membership, but also growing the relationships with many other groups throughout Melbourne of Spanish-speaking background, but other cultures. And that's one thing that the society does well. Not only does it celebrate within the community, but it's able to share it with so many other cultures in the broader sense in the community. And for that, we thank you. Because multiculturalism and harmony is something that we have to work at every single day, and you do it, and you do it well. Can I also say that we pay tribute to the many long-standing relationships that Spain and Latin America has with Australia. Of course, when I sit next to Professor Glover, I'm reminded of that it was Torres, Captain Torres, the strait after whom he was named, Torres Strait, the Spanish navigator. But next to him, of course, there was, as you know, Captain Quiros, who from Vanuatu, the New Hebrides, wrote to the then king in 1606, and for the first time furnished the then king with a cartography of New South Wales and Queensland,